show you how to do wavy legs. First, I will demonstrate. Okay, so this is awesome to practice as well as a warm-up before you do some kind of pull choreo or any pull at all. And it's fun. It's hard because you use a ton of ab strength to do this, and you have to squeeze the heck out of your legs and point your toes. So it is much harder than it always looks on people. And my wavy legs are still in progress. I'm still working on them. They're not perfect by any means at all. So I think this is something you can always continue to practice no matter your level. So a key thing here, if you're just practicing, you can use a mat and just to make yourself more comfortable on your arms. But I will give you some more tips and tricks. So if you're doing them seated, it's a little more challenging. You can lay down and do them, and this is better for practice because you can just relax your upper body. I'll scoot down a little. There we go. So you can see. So this will be easier to practice because you don't need quite as much abdominal strength to hold yourself in a seated position. And then from here, now everybody does this a little differently, but for me, I always practice twisting my legs, rotating through my hips, and twisting my legs so it creates a little bit of a different shape. So what I mean by that is as I start to wave them, I twist my hips. So as I bring one knee up, if I bring my left knee up, I twist to the right. As I bring my right knee up, I twist to the left, twist to the right, twist to the left. And what I'm doing with my hips, that may be difficult to understand. What I'm doing is I'm actually twisting like this, but in the hip joint itself. So it's the external and internal rotation as well. Internal, external rotation, internal, external, through the hip joint itself. And you can practice that seated as well, but here's where you need the abdominal control. Round through your back, so hold yourself up there in your abs. But I still, look, see, show the booty cheek. Show the other booty cheek. Show the booty cheek. What also will help you is if you use your obliques to crunch and squeeze through your obliques to help lift one hip and rotate inward and outward. The oblique will help you a lot. The obliques help because if you think about it, we're using ab strength and then we're going to use obliques to help us. We're also using our hips, hip flexors, glutes, everything in the hip region, and our leg strength, our quad strength to straighten the legs. So don't forget to use your obliques because it will help you and it will create a nicer shape and more movement to it. So again, let me show you a little bit more. Start here. Twisting through my abs and my obliques and my hips. Pointing the toes as best I can. I'm always working on that. And also, a lot of people just go way too quickly with this. They speed through it. It's something that you should try to slow down. And once you get more skilled with it, you can speed it up and kind of make it fun or go to a faster beat of some kind of music. It can be fun. I'll go back down on my back again so you can see. So if you were going very slow, start with the toes pointing towards the ceiling. And let's take the twist of the hips out of it and let's just go, we'll just go with just no hips in it, or minimal. So as you do this, one leg is always straight, one is always bent. They are never straight together, they are never bent together. So as soon as one bends, the other one. I'm being a little bit dramatic about it, just to hopefully kind of give you an idea. but you do even just need a base level of abdominal strength to hold your legs up here. Now, if you struggle, you can just make it smaller. Look, you can make it smaller and make little like walks, like you're walking on the ceiling. So it just takes a lot of practice, but always, so you just have to play with it and practice. Put on some nice slow music and try to match your legs to the music however it feels right to you, and kind of find your own style with it. I kind of have like I like to like pop it. I'll show you what I mean. I have a little bit different style with it. I like to be a little dramatic. So I like to, I have to get into it first, but I like to switch and pop and switch and pop. But I always do the hip part, so I always swivel the hips. Using those obliques. And if I put my hands flat on the ground, it also gives me a little more control with what I'm doing with my legs. It kind of stabilizes me, and I can swivel my hips a little bit more to create more movement. And it's the same if you're also working on your leg waves up the pole. It's the same idea, but it just gets harder because you have to hold yourself up there sometimes, or you have to have, you know, you're holding yourself up there and then you have to kind of hang and do the leg waves. So it just gets even a little bit more difficult. So, but it's great as a beginner to start to work on these and just take it in little baby steps and make it, it'll just take time, but it's fun. It's fun to practice. And it's a great ab workout. If you're on your hips, you can really play with it. And you can play with your angles. And you can make them bigger, or you can make them shorter. Longer and bigger is harder, but if you make it little ones, that's also nice too. You just have to develop your own style, like I was saying, or your own way of moving. And sometimes it does take me, as you have seen me try to demonstrate, it takes me a second to like get into it and find my pattern and my rhythm. And that's totally normal. I haven't practiced my leg waves that much very recently, but I'm trying to work on it more and not get rusty with it. So I hope my little tips and tricks helped you. Comment below if you have any little like things you think for yourself and or little things you tell yourself when you do the leg waves. Let us know so we can come up with some more fun ideas on how to work on these. Thanks for watching.